Hi, my name is Grace Shalom Hodkins and welcome to another episode of the Beginner Spinner series. Today we are talking about tubular fiber. Comb top, pin drafted, sliver, roving. These are all tubular fiber prep methods. These are some of the most common fiber preps that you will see. Aside from bats, I would say they are the most common. Bats taking a second place to the combed top craze. However, there is a rampant misconception in the fiber community that roving and comb top are the same thing. In fact, I myself named my book Roving because comb top sounded lame, and may have contributed to this misconception. So I am here to do penance because technically you're gonna wanna know the difference. Comb top comes in 2.5 varieties: commercial, true, and sliver. True top can only be obtained by combing fiber. Now alert, warning, warning, this is where free-flowing organic spinners like me tend to get in a tangle with some of the more technical sciencey spinners, because a true worsted versus a worsted are functionally basically the same. Just be aware of this as a thing, and if it's something that bothers you, you probably will already know. And if it makes you curious, do more research. But essentially, the difference is in the prep. True top is made by combing fiber through combs to align the individual fibers parallel to each other and also remove the shortest fibers. So these combed long fibers are then pulled through a diz, which will compress the air out and add a slight amount of twist. That is a true combed top. Now, a commercial comb top is very similar in prep. Commercial top is different because as it passes through the machine, the fibers are made parallel, but it doesn't separate the smaller fibers out, and there's no compressing or light twisting at the end. So technically, commercial comb top is a roving hybrid. Now, commercial top is the most accessible fiber. You can get it anywhere that fiber is sold, basically. Any blend, any combination, any color, the sky is the limit here. And with commercial top, you can spin anything from a almost true woolen to a true worsted and all the semis in between. Baby brother Sliver is typically reserved for plant fibers, but it is in the comb top family. That's why he's a little 2.5, he's the little 0.5. What makes a sliver different from a true comb top is as the fibers are aligned and the long fibers are being pulled out, they're not being compressed or slightly twisted. They're instead being layered on top of themselves. So let's talk about roving now, which is made by carders. We can make it on hand cards, drum cards, small commercial mills. It is the fraternal twin of bats, but we'll speak about that more in the carded fiber episode. So roving is light and lofty and full of air and love, and it's got fibers of all different lengths, mostly going in the same direction. You cannot spin a worsted with roving. Roving is really popular among small scale farmers and mills. So that is something that you will find in those type of setups most commonly. It's also the thing that you can produce at home if you pull things off of your drum carder or your blending board. A subset of roving is pin drafted roving, of which after it's gone through the roving process, it's pulled through a pin drafter, which further aligns the fiber, further fluffs them up. Essentially, it is pre-drafting it for you. And what you get is a pre-drafted roving. If pre-drafting is a super important step for your spinning, this could be a real boon for you to know about, especially if you're a production spinner. That could be something that you want to research, pin drafted roving. I think it doesn't get enough press. So here we are, pin drafted roving. If you like pre-drafting, pin drafting may be your new best friend. So now we have something called pencil roving. So pencil roving is kind of a catch-all. It's a term that yarn dyeing companies often use. So it could be commercial top that's really skinny, it could be pin drafted, it could be sliver. It doesn't really refer to the technical prep, more the fact that it is skinny and tubular. So people can get it to dye, or large companies dye it and sell it as kind of a bulky yarn. That's generally how most people meet something that looks like a pen drafted roving. So keep that in mind in your search. Pencil roving may be a keyword you want to use. So you may be thinking that I have forgotten Rolags, Rologs, and Poonies. I have not. They will have their own episode, and we will talk about them in the detail that they deserve. Even though they are technically tubular, they don't belong here on a deep identity level. They're just not the same. Your identity is deeper than your looks. Let's not be superficial here, people. If you have any questions regarding tubular fiber, leave them in the comment section down below. If you liked this episode, hit the like button. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, slap that in the comment section down below. And if you don't want to miss out on anything in the future, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want the written transcript of this episode, it's available to all Patreon patrons for as little as $1 a month. The links are down below. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!